Hello, so I'm Kate from Turtle Doves, and behind me is Andrea Elsey, who is an expert in style, colour, and generally wearing what you wear to be as confident as you can and to make yourself look and feel great as well. And I did promise earlier in the day that we would do some kind of Facebook Live with some hints and tips about colour. And so we've put our heads together, and Andrea's going to use me as a dummy. I'm quite good at that. And just show you what colour can do and what to look out for when you're choosing your accessories, your clothes. I'm quite excited because I've learnt loads today already, and just the different effects that a colour will have on your skin and on the shadows around your face are really, really fascinating. I'm really hoping it'll show up well on Facebook. We've tried it and it looks like it will, but just from your end when you're watching it, if you've got anything to feedback to us, that would be really helpful too. So I'm going to just hand over to Andrea and she can just start to describe what she's showing you. I haven't got any accessories on at the moment. What would you say? Because I'm a warm skin tone, aren't I?
Yeah, and I think what it is, Kate, what we looked at before is that certain skin tones can either draw you or they can enhance your skin, your hair and your eye colour, and that's what we're looking at, and it's the casting of the shadows on your face as well. So when we held, Kate does like and did have on this sort of colour, but what we do look at is under here, whether you see this or not, that sort of, can you see there if I lift that off and back on again?
So there's more of a shadow under my chin.
So even though this colour is good for your eyes, it's looking at the overall effect on you here.
Okay.
And then what we looked at after that was this sort of colour on you, sort of the pinks, and this there created just a totally different look on you. It didn't create this shadow under here, lifted the sort of the pink out of here.
My face definitely, I could just feel when you pulled it up, everything just came brighter on my face.
Yeah. So then what you do, when you sort of trying on clothes or accessories, just hold it and then pull it back and just do a couple of comparisons, and then you'll see the differences there. So again, it's mainly sort of here. Blues as well can sort of bring out any blue in your cheek area. And if you do have to wear blue, because sometimes there's a uniform or something that you wear, you may well have to wear this colour. Just counterbalance it with your makeup, either blend out any blue areas, wear something slightly warmer on your cheeks or on your lip area. But if you can wear a colour like this, then this looks much better. It flatters and enhances, lifts your hair.
And I guess that's because I've got a warm and bright skin tone.
Yes,
is that right?
That's right.
And we tried this on Ellie earlier, and it was completely the opposite. Ellie looked really amazing with the blues. It turns out green looks great on her, and you put the pink, and suddenly she had a shadow under her chin, and her face looked more drawn.
Because quite often people will go for a bright colour thinking it's going to lift them, which it can do, but it can actually create a shadow. That's why trying on the colours and moving them back and forward from your face, just to look at the overall effect.
So can I have the pink one again? And there we go.
And then we'll get some of your...
So if I was in a changing room now, and I'm thinking, do I go for the blue, which you can just see that my skin looks warmer and fresher with that colour. Yeah. But it's quite difficult to learn to see that, isn't it? And I think it's something that, because everybody's got a different skin tone, and we've done a video before about skin tone, which you can find, it's somewhere in our blogs. I think it's in about January. So you can watch that video and find out kind of a brief overview of how to find your skin tone. Most people are either warm, cool or neutral, but there's loads more layers to it than that. So I'm warm and bright, but you can be warm with a cool or a muted tone as well.
That's it,
and so there's lots of different ways to find out how. So you can have private consultations with somebody. There's consultants all over the country who work for loads of different companies. And you can find out in much more detail, and you can be trained how to look. So if I was in a changing room now, I might still not understand why I want to buy the pink dress over the blue dress, but if I was trained, I would know which one, and I probably wouldn't even bother trying on certain colours. Or if I did, I would bring with me like a different lipstick, or I'd have my hair in a different way to try and counterbalance what I'm doing. Is that right?
Exactly right, yeah. Because there's so many people who buy clothes and they buy it for a certain colour, and then it's sitting in their wardrobe for so long. So it's worth investing a bit of time and money to go and see a consultant, because they will actually show you and train you, and it will be invaluable when you go shopping next. You'll have a swatch to go shopping with. It just makes you understand what you are looking for when you go shopping. So just looking, Kate, at some of Kate's designs then, we looked then at this scarf, which obviously is beautiful. So we held that up against Kate and said, yeah, it's very nice, but it's again creating the shadow, not really lifting Kate's skin tone. And then we hold, excuse me, the pinks, and that is beautiful on you there.
I mean, I feel I can see a difference. It'd be really interesting to see if it's coming across on Facebook on film, because it's hard to know. But in the light of the studio, it is noticeable which ones look better or worse.
And that just lifts you. It just lifts your skin. It lifts your lip colour, your cheek colour.
She's good at making you feel good about yourself.
You look beautiful, yes. They are very good colours on you there.
Yeah.
So even though quite often people will go for the blues and the navies and the blacks, which is all fine, just around your face area, just lift it. It's like with the colour.
Yeah. So if, say, for example, you had to wear a uniform, so if I had to wear a grey uniform, but you could accessorise with different colours, then, I mean, I've got here, for example, one of our slinky snoods that you can wear in different ways, and by having that pink around me, just ignore the fact that I've got a tag on it right now, but then that just lightens the whole effect of what I'm wearing.
And also because of your, just as well, when you're wearing a scarf, just think of the shape of your face. So if you've got a slightly rounded or sort of here face, soften it and keep it soft to match your face line here. If you are slightly more angled, quite a sharp jawline, just give it a bit of a, whereas that doesn't look.
So I'm more rounded.
So then round and the scarf around your.
Yeah, it's interesting because one of my favourite products to wear is one of our winter neck warmers, which is just it's a cashmere. It's not very high, but it really just echoes the shape of my face, and I always feel really nice in it. And I always thought it was because it hid my chin, but maybe it's the shape as much as probably hiding my chin helps, you know. So. Brilliant. So that's one of the things that we've been looking at with colour, and it is a really broad spectrum. There's so many different ways to understand and to be able to improve how you feel about what you wear. But certainly, and you're hiding now. Come forward, don't be hiding. Certainly, meeting somebody and talking to them when they're an expert about colour and dress can really dramatically help save waste in your wardrobe. You can save time when you're shopping, and then you can just pop something on and know that you're going to feel like you look good in it because you've got the right expertise behind you to go out just thinking, yes, I'm going to smash it today.
Yeah, makes such a difference. Yeah. Even myself, I've got one of Kate's scarves on this morning. Obviously, I'm a cream, so quite a muted warm, but just by wrapping this scarf around here, it's just lifted the whole look.
And do you think we could find an example that you think you would never wear because of what you understand about colour with yourself? I mean, like, for example, this has got, would you be a turquoisey person?
Probably not as good on me. If we hold that there.
Yeah.
It's the more muted, warm colours are better on me rather than a very bright, cool colour, because this is more blue undertones.
Yeah.
So that's not very good.
And we're both the warm, so in a way, I mean, we're both standing here wearing the same colours, and maybe it's not quite, it would be really great if we had somebody who was a cool skin tone as well here, because then we'd be able to see that actually with some people, wearing colours that go towards the more blue, purple, green end of the spectrum can actually make their faces look warmer. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's again, you can probably wear blues and greens and purples. It's just the shade of blue. So that, again, when you go to a consultant, they'll look at a blue that's got more blue in it, if you will, and a purple that's more blue, or a purple that's warm. Yeah. And then you'll understand when you're looking at those colours what range or what shade of purple you wear.
Because I guess a lot of it is just learning about colour, because colour is quite subjective. Everybody sees colours differently. You can't ever know what somebody's eyes are seeing, but you can learn comparatively. So, you know, if somebody said to me, this is a more reddy purple and this is a more bluey purple, I can learn what the difference is, but I'm still seeing something that could be different to what other people are seeing. But you can learn what's good for you, what suits you, and what colours actually go well together and complement each other. And sometimes it's great to wear something that actually makes a colour sing and dance. I particularly love wearing pink, bright pink, orange and red together, which is a bit insane, but I love the way they just jump out and jangle. And for some people that might be putting something purple with something green. You know, just certain colours will bounce off each other and look really amazing, but you've got to do it in a way that is also going to suit you. If you could end up just looking mad, which I probably do sometimes.
The confidence to wear that bit of colour as well. Sometimes the accessories that you sell here, they are ideal because people sometimes haven't got the confidence to wear a bright red or a bright orange or whatever top, even though it might look amazing on them. So sometimes it's really good to wear
just a little
bit of something, and it just around your face area, which is where it's going to lift you. Just make you look ideal.
Well, and another thing, and I've said this before in videos, and I'm going to just bend down now, so it's going to look a bit weird, but hang on a minute. So if I just grab a red pair of our fingerless gloves, which is a product that maybe some of you know, those, just to tie an outfit together, something that I often do, and I recommend, I don't know if it's right, I don't know if you'd recommend it, but to have an echo of a colour somewhere else on your outfit, whether you've got a handbag that matches, whether your shoes match your scarf, whether you go for the earrings and belt. If you have two colours that tie, you've got like the base colour of my outfit is grey, but if I have some red fingerless gloves on as wrist warmers that will shout out to the red in the scarf, suddenly it looks like I've really kind of tried to organise what I'm wearing, and it just pulls it all together. Would you agree with that?
Exactly. And if you are, depending on what obviously area of your body as well, you want to sort of highlight or not highlight, wearing sort of a scarf and accessories here, and then sort of keeping everything neutral, and then draws the eyes up to this part of your body,
right, then
that's great as well. So it's just thinking about what the eye sees as the overall illusion of your body as well.
So I think one of the things that Andrea advises on as well is, let's say you're somebody with quite a long back who's got shorter legs, or vice versa, where to put the emphasis in your outfit, because it could actually be the make or break between looking great or feeling great and actually wondering whether you should be wearing. So, you know, have you got any advice from that perspective?
Yeah, just think about the overall balance and illusion. And again, you probably need to go to somebody to have a look at that. But look at your sort of top half compared to your bottom half. And it's just getting the balance right. And manufacturers make clothes so the top half balances with the bottom half. And sometimes that doesn't quite work because nobody's quite
everybody's waistlines are at different heights, aren't they?
Yeah, so you put accessories where you need to draw that attention. Like I say, when we were looking before, if you put the pashmina down and then put a belt round, if you want to sort of draw the attention around your waistline. I mean, scarves again will always look. If you want to draw attention around the waistline, again, just wear a scarf around the waist. Yeah. Just draw the attention to the area.
And if you were doing that, then maybe some red or pink beads would then pull that together, wouldn't it?
Exactly, yeah. And it just marry everything up together, really. And looks very classy then. Yeah.
Well, it's been really interesting. Thank you very much. No problem. If you guys have got any questions, just pop them in underneath and we'll do our best to answer them. And it may even mean like you've got some questions that might make us think of a different Facebook Live, but hopefully that's been helpful. Certainly it's something that's really, really worth looking into, just so that you can better understand how your wardrobe works. Maybe you can own less, buy less, but use what you've got more in a way that makes you feel great. And that's, I guess, that like the ultimate, even from an ecological perspective. If you can use less of what the world makes, but use it in a way that is more productive, that's what we're looking for, really. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you later, and we'll be watching out to see if you've got any comments. All right,
thank you.
Bye.